This is Soundoff 60, Southwest Louisiana's premier sports show.
Moon may be over. You tell us. How does Ed Orgeron handle that immense pressure in college football to win, and of course, what comes being the LSU head coach?
You understand the expectations of LSU. Have the same expectations of myself and my staff.
Yeah.
I've been at Miami. I've been at USC when you expected to win. That's the reason I wanted the job.
Soundoff 60 is presented by Merchants and Farmers Bank, where your future is our history. Also presented by Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar, home of Soundoff 60. And brought to you by Relief Windows, for replacement windows, doors, and storm force windows. ReliefWindows.com. Here are the guys, Rick, Scooter, and Kevin.
Can you smell the cut grass or the cuffed AstroTurf, whatever it may be? We're a couple of games into the college season, high school, and a depressing one game into the NFL. Welcome back, guys. Another show, another round, Soundoff 60. You got it covered.
I'm ready.
Yeah,
I am too.
Gidry, Hobbs, Sarah here
Always
for
glad
next
to be
hour. Don't forget, we can be seen on CBS Channel 17 Saturdays before SEC game coverage. And of course, nightly, every night, 9 o'clock, Suddenlink Channel 4 on your Suddenlink cable system. The LSU Tigers win when they were expected to win. The Cowboys in Houston at Little Houston Baptist. I guess I can sound nitpicky. I thought they would win by more.
We all did.
And of course, we know what happened in New Orleans.
Yes.
I think that shocked
and
everybody in the NFL.
I thought they would win by more.
And these are some of the nicest napkins here at Walk-Ons, and I just wanted to pass these on to you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay?
Thank you. Oh, it looked like Breeze on that shot. I hit you right in the nose with that pass. Nice shot,
I knew that would get him, folks. Y'all know what I'm talking about when I say that,
We're going to get to the Saints. I won't call it a debacle. They lost by 8, but we'll get into that a little bit.
No, it was a debacle.
No, it was a debacle.
I agree with you, Scooter.
No.
I totally agree with you, Scooter.
You're going off the edge, Hobbs. You're going off the edge. Let's start with LSU, though. Against my alma mater, Southeastern. Good guys, doggone it. That quarterback.
He's pretty good.
He is good.
Well, he was Southland Player of the Year last year.
You could see that in him with that little screen pass real quick like that, on the money every time, and his running ability.
Yeah.
Let me just say this for my Tigers real quick. I was a little bit upset because this is what lets me know that you're moving and you're progressing. You cannot score in the third and fourth period. We got a problem.
No, were they shut out in the third quarter?
Yes.
All right. How many
we got a problem.
plays did they run? 10, 12?
I don't know.
In the third quarter?
I don't know.
Third quarter, second half, they only ran 15.
Okay, so third quarter was pretty non-existent.
Yeah.
Guys, you can't have that against
No,
FCS Southeastern.
no, you can't.
All credit to Southeastern. You can't have that.
Yes, and I'm going to tell you, Southeastern, they're a pretty good squad.
Yeah, they're going to make a little noise in the Southland. They're going to make noise in the Southland.
But I'm just saying, though,
they're going to make noise in the
play how
Southland.
they played against LSU and to have to come and play people like McNeese, I think they're going to be very competitive.
Before we move, in the opening segment, what was LSU's problem? Or was it?
Offensive line.
Yeah.
Now, they were flat.
No, okay.
Even Orgeron, who normally won't admit something like that, was a little annoyed with how flat they were. Okay, I get that. They got some problems with that offensive line. We'll get more into it in the LSU
But just a quick comment to kind of tag on.
That is holding them back right now. Orgeron, saying all the right things. Correctable this. I mean, so sick of listening to coaches talk about it. Easily correctable. Oh, yeah, it is. And guess what happens? You got whole new problems to correct as soon as you correct this.
Yeah,
it's like plugging that dike. That's just the nature of football.
That's football. You're right about that. Kevin, go ahead.
And when you've got good athletes, they can make those adjustments. I'm not going to take on that Sunday was a short week. No. Hell, you should have played better.
Yeah, well, no, they should.
No, I don't think the short week.
No, I don't either. I mean, you should have played better. Playing as you played on
I didn't
Sunday.
expect them to come out with the same focus they had against.
I understand that.
And they'll have focus against Auburn this week.
But see, Scooter, this way you go wrong at, and we have to do it every week to put you on the right track. Why the hell does Alabama play focus every week?
They've had their moments.
Okay.
We'll table that. He has a point.
Okay.
We'll table that.
Okay.
We'll table that.
Okay.
All right, Nick Saban could rattle them off to you.
Yeah,
Look.
well, yeah, he's always looking for perfection.
No doubt about that.
Look, gentlemen, I don't want to sound nitpicky with the McNeese Cowboys. I just think Northern Colorado should have been a double-digit victory, and it was 3 points. Houston Baptist, which, okay, they're spunky.
Yeah.
They're a spunky team, but they're lower tier in the Southland. All right,
They scored
McNeese.
51 points.
Huh?
They scored 51 points.
Yeah, but they win by 17. Okay? And they
Yeah.
gave up chunk plays again.
And I'm
I
with
just
you.
think the margin of
You know-
victory should be bigger for this team. And look, LSU and the Cowboys, I should have opened the show like this. All right, when it comes to college, 2 weeks of these are just primer games.
Yeah.
Now we get into the real showdowns. For the
Oh, no
Cowboys,
doubt.
it's
Well, I
Nickel
don't know if
State
you would call
and LSU is.
Miami a primer game.
I don't know if Miami was a problem.
Okay, valid,
Well,
valid,
you said that,
valid.
but I
But
said
every
that.
but in the conference though, in the southeastern West, the importance is Auburn, right?
Yes, it
so
is.
they're primer
Oh, sure.
games. Yeah,
Yes, it
yeah,
is. There's
yeah.
no doubt about
So-
And
that.
Auburn, I believe, is probably a lot better than Miami, too.
Oh
It'll
yes,
be a lot
I
better.
do
I
believe.
promise
So
you it'll be a lot
that's
better,
kind of where this show is going to go.
Yeah.
We'll sprinkle in a little LSU Southeastern, McNeese Houston Baptist, but it's mostly looking ahead to Nickel State and Auburn.
totally agree.
All right, we're not going to look ahead. Look, the New Orleans Saints cannot look ahead. They gotta visit and revisit and regurgitate this tape against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and figure this defensive problem out.
Is it just me, Scooter?
I did not see that coming.
I didn't see it either.
And you didn't help your starting quarterback. The guy, what, he's 62 years old?
No, he's 35, but okay. So they make a journeyman backup
Okay,
look
Rick.
like all-pro Super Bowl
Rick.
MVP.
But
Okay.
look, is it just me, but is this something that the Saints do every year, start off 0-2?
They do. It's been about 4 years. They
Four,
start
five,
off. Yeah.
I think it's 7 straight years they've lost their opener.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is. All right. So LSU, McNeese, New Orleans High School a little bit later on in the show, and a whole lot more to talk about. We're going to take our first time out here from walk-ons. We're coming back in 2 minutes. We'll start with the Tigers and getting ready for the Tigers of Auburn when we come back. Stay right there.
Soundoff 60 is brought to you by Walk-Ons, Bistro and Bar, where great food, your sports, and good times roll. Stay here. The boys will be right back.
For nearly 85 years, Merchants and Farmers Bank has provided dependable personal banking for Central and Southwest Louisiana. I saw your new boat last week, Chuck. Looks like fun. We have 8 convenient locations, checking and savings accounts, online bill pay, mortgage and personal loans, even a new app that allows you to take a picture of your paycheck and deposit it. Can't wait to see your kitchen remodel, Pam. Come in today to open a personal account. Merchants and Farmers, your future begins with our history.
What do you call a great beer with more taste, only 96 calories, and 3.2 carbs? We call it Miller Lite. What are you holding? Miller Lite. Hold true.
Well, Relief Windows is going to get quality. We're going to make sure that the job is actually ordered correctly. Experienced measure tech, experienced salesman, experienced installer. Service. Customer satisfaction, that's our #1 product. At Relief Windows, you're going to get somebody going to show up on time, do what they say they're going to do. Nobody's going to run with your money. We're going to take care of you. At Relief Windows, we're not only windows, we're windows, doors, hardy plank, and vinyl siding. But our #1 product is customer satisfaction.
On or off the field, training and experience matter. As a board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeon, Dr. Brett Cassio has the training and experience to help you get back in the game. Award-winning research, the latest orthopedic techniques, right here at home. Cassio Sports Medicine.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Drew's favorite season? It's seafood lanyap season, only at Walk-Ons.
All right, welcome back to Walk-Ons. Don't forget, if you're here on Mondays, The open mic will be.
Yes, it is.
It's available.
We've been telling them
you
that,
gotta
Rick. We
you
want
gotta
them to do it,
give us the
man.
red alert and say I want to be on Soundoff 60 and I want to challenge Hobbs, Guidry, or Cerro. We'll have
Come
the
in
open
and
mic
say it
for
if
you
you got a
here.
valid point.
They
at
can sit
Walk-Ons.
here and I'll
If
leave.
you got a valid
How
point,
about that?
come in and
Okay.
say it, discuss it with us. I want to hear
I'm
it.
not giving up my chair. If you
I'm
want to
not
give
giving
up
up my
your
chair
chair,
either.
you're more than welcome.
I'm not giving up
All
my
right.
chair.
You don't have to sit between both of us.
They can
like
stand
I
right on
do.
the side of me. You can stand right on the side,
31
that's it.
points, 31-0. Look, Southeastern was looking to go in, at least get maybe a touchdown or a field goal late in the high snap, and the guy scoops it up and goes all the way down the field, whatever. Look, they didn't notch the blowout like Alabama did over the weekend, like Auburn did over the
That's
weekend.
my
So
point.
this is
LSU
a
hardly ever
31-0
does.
shutout. You're right. They normally don't
For
do that.
LSU to crack 40 points, I don't know what it would take. You know.
I don't know what it is with that.
It's just, do you take your foot off the gas
and don't
when you
forget-
think you just want to be respectful
No,
to the
I don't
other
think
team?
that- I don't think
mean,
they were
I
taking-
don't think that's it.
No, I don't think. And keep in mind, not only there was, kind of a cheap touchdown at the end.
Yeah.
The ball snapped over and
Yeah.
I think it's started on the 20, 25. And a Hail Mary to end the first half.
Yeah.
You know.
That was unbelievable.
So-
The kid went up and took it from everybody. He
I
had
know, I
three
just-
defenders around him.
Well, he's 6'7".
He's 6'7".
too.
Yes,
I
he is,
just
Scooter.
don't know for an LSU football team that's trying to gather itself and reorganize itself to a certain degree. I just don't know how to gauge this. All right, this is Auburn in the SEC West coming up this weekend. They're going to have to just power their collective wills
Rick.
for this battle on the plains,
And
because
how
that's
many
what it's going to
times-
be.
How many times have we seen that?
A lot.
I mean,
A
I
lot.
am, other than the offensive line, LSU's defense is good. Now.
Yeah.
Make no mistake.
They are good.
Make no mistake.
I mean, they will keep them, in every game,
But-
I think. All right. The overall play Saturday, I'm not that concerned about. They will come out with a different focus against Auburn. I am concerned about that offensive line, though. And they're doing okay running the ball, but they've got to protect Joe Burrow better than they do.
Do you agree with
Now,
that? What did you
today-
see? What did you
Today,
see?
I totally agree with Scoop because this is the thing. Looking at this kid in the first game against Miami, if you can give him time, he can find the open receiver and pretty much get the ball to that person. But if you've got him rattled, like in the second half, he was a little bit rattled.
Okay.
He was looking. He was looking. He wasn't in the first half, but he was looking. This is my thing. The defense can be only as good as the offense. Now, hear me when I say this. You cannot let me stay on the field that long against a damn good offense such as Auburn when you're not trying to score any points on defense because you're wearing me down.
Right.
When you can let me rest and look at what's going on and kind of get a scheme for what to do when we go back in, Rick, it can't be 1, 2, 3 and you're out. It cannot be.
Well, that
you
would've-
got to give me a drive down the field to let me compose myself
Okay.
as a defense.
All right.
that would
And
have
if
been
Auburn-
that would have been a huge problem last year. They've got better depth across that
agree,
defensive
Scooter.
front
I
this
agree.
year.
But-
They've got some real
But
depth.
the fresher I am, Scooter and Rick, the better I'm going to perform.
Okay.
If you got me blowing hard in the third quarter coming off of the half and we're going into the third and fourth period, and if I'm feeling a little bit tired,
Right.
man,
We're talking Tigers and Tigers now. We're talking LSU Auburn. Really the first big matchup in the SEC West race, okay?
Yeah.
There hasn't been one yet. There was an interesting game we'll try to get to later on in the show, Texas A&M out of the West against
Texas is
Clemson.
for real,
But
man.
I
Holy
tell you
smokes.
what we
Texas is
do
for
know
real.
A&M
after
you're
two.
talking about. The
Texas
Aggies,
A&M
not the
is for
Longhorns.
real.
What we do know after 2 weeks is that the SEC West is a beast.
It is a beast.
Yes, it is,
Mississippi State winning a good
Everybody,
Yes, it is.
Mississippi State
It's
might have been
crazy.
the most impressive team I
with
saw.
a new head coach.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that a little bit later when we do a little wraparound for college football. But this is LSU Auburn, and this is a Jason Stidham that is NFL ready, gentlemen.
Yeah.
I mean, we hear about the Georgia quarterback. We hear about Tua at Alabama. This guy is NFL ready.
he's good,
And
Rick.
he will
He's
test
good.
even the
He's
best
good.
of LSU's defenses. He will.
Oh, I'm not going to argue
It's-
that.
Okay.
And, don't forget that game last year. Auburn, that was easily the low point of their season.
Yes.
They blew a 20-point
Yes, they
lead.
did. Yes.
And-
They did, Scooter.
And it was really one of the worst coaching jobs I can remember. Auburn jumped out to a 20-0 lead.
They did.
and took the air out of the ball.
Right.
They really did.
Right.
I mean, Stidham, all right. Then LSU suddenly got hot, punt return, long pass.
Right.
All of a sudden it's a game, and they couldn't turn it back on.
Yep.
And LSU's defense just dominated them the fourth quarter. But
My
they
thing-
were dominating early.
The thing that gives me so much comfort with the LSU Tigers, Rick, than last year is that I've got a defense that's loaded with depth. My offense, if you can help me as a defensive squad, put at least 17, 21 points on the board, you're going to make us play our butts off.
Right, right.
Because now, you know, we've got that cushion, Rick. But if you keeping it close, 7-10, 10-13, man, look.
And look, even with Stidham,
Man.
this is an Auburn team that has a rebuilt offensive line.
Yeah.
They don't have the same weapons because they lost a running back to the NFL. Look, in the opening week, I thought I was in and out of the Washington game. This was a top 10 matchup against Washington. They were sloppy. I enjoyed it because it was top 10 football. But it wasn't. And then, of course, they had a powder puff game against Alabama State last week and won like 63-9.
LSU was supposed to have a powder puff game too. And
True.
I know 31-0 is not that bad.
No,
But
I
it
know
was
bad
a little
score, no.
misleading.
But
and for all what we know about LSU right now, when everything is going good, they're fine. That's basically what happened at Miami game.
Right.
I mean,
Right. Oh, yeah.
I mean, a lot of the breaks
You're right.
they made themselves.
They did.
I'll give them
They
the
did.
credit there.
Yeah.
But I mean, think about it. Everything went right that day.
And Scooter, I agree with you, but the only thing that gets me a little bit worried is that you stop scoring. If you're a team that wants to be balanced and efficient, Scooter, you've got to still score points.
Well,
Maybe
there
you
were
take-
extenuating
that offense takes
I
an
mean, you
entire
have
quarter
to.
off.
You
I
got
mean-
to take. You got to still score points because what if the other team is scoring? What if the other team is
And
scoring?
the other team will
I-
from now on.
I don't think that'll be a problem at Auburn where you get too far ahead and want to shut it down.
No, you wouldn't think so.
No, we hope not.
Gus
We hope
Malzahn, notwithstanding last year, is a very good coach.
Yes, he is a
and
good
he'll
coach.
know what happened last year, and
sure.
and they'll have that corrected. Okay,
sure.
They'll have
For
that
sure.
corrected. 15 seconds or less. Former player, NFL, LSU, indoor football. I think we've covered this. You feel the momentum shift in a game, don't you?
Yes, you do,
I
Rick.
mean, we
Yes.
saw it over the
Yes, you
weekend,
do.
left and right. Just the
Yes, you
momentum.
do.
It's like a wave, isn't
And
it? Back and forth.
look,
back and forth.
The thing why, Scooter, I'm saying that I probably would have liked to have seen more points put on the board. You're at home. You're at home.
You're playing Southeastern.
But
You had plenty of points, all right?
See? 31-0
Okay.
is good enough for Hobbs. 31-0 is
I'm
good enough for Hobbs.
I'm not putting a lot in that. I am
not-
very, LSU, this game open, Auburn's 10-point favorite. LSU, not often LSU's double digits.
That's right.
that's what I'm saying.
LSU, I think, moved, not that it matters this early, but I think
I
LSU's
think
up
it
to
did.
12 in the rankings. Auburn's still ahead of
They
them.
actually dropped one in the AP.
That's right, they were 11.
Yeah,
got
they were
right.
11.
Now,
Yeah,
they
they were
moved up
11.
2 in the.
Just throwing that out there for
coaches.
consumption purposes, okay? All right, so it's LSU Auburn. Should be an afternoon game, is that right?
It's a 2:30 game.
2:30 game.
Which
2:30
means
game.
we'll be on right before
That's
them.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Soundoff 60 on Channel 17, CBS
Yes.
Channel 10 on Suddenlink Cable. We should be on 1 hour prior to the big LSU and the Auburn matchup. All right, we'll take our second time out here from
Yes.
walk-ons. Obviously, the Saints defense did not defend the Dome very, very well.
They didn't.
That's coming up later, but coming up next, Cowboys and the Huskies and getting ready for Nickel State Colonels. When we come back to walk-on, stay right there.
Soundoff 60 brought to you by Merchants and Farmers Bank.
Enjoy a more reliable, responsible, intelligent, and connected indoor environment that easily adjusts to your preferences, no matter where you are. Uncompromising, unmistakable. Luxair. Get connected with a Luxair dealer near you by visiting luxair.com/solar supply.
This is Brandon Holly, 6'2", former college football player. He and his steel crowbar can't get through this Storm Force impact window from Relief Windows. Call 337-456-1699.
For nearly 85 years, Merchants and Farmers Bank has provided dependable personal banking for Central and Southwest Louisiana. I saw your new boat last week, Chuck. Looks like fun. We have 8 convenient locations: checking and savings accounts, online bill pay, mortgage and personal loans, even a new app that allows you to take a picture of your paycheck and deposit it. Can't wait to see your kitchen remodel, Pam. Come in today to open a personal account. Merchants and Farmers, your future begins with our history.
Still swinging? Get your Storm Force impact windows from Relief Windows today. Call 337-456-1699. 456-1699.
Tired of ineffective radio and newspaper ads? Give billboard advertising a try. With over 250 billboards in the Lake Charles and Baton Rouge areas, AdSource Outdoor is a great way to get your business noticed. Call us at 337-477-4470. Get spotted with AdSource.
All right, welcome back to Walk-Ons, where everybody needs a little playing time, and the Northeast Cowboys have gotten a lot of guys. Cody Orgeron got some playing time because it was Houston Baptist. They built a big lead. They got a lot of guys in and out. James Tavery just went berserk, you know, school record. First half, like 330 yards passing, 4 touchdown passes, set school records for a half of football.
Yeah.
All right. They take pretty much the second half off. All right, and that, again, against a Nickel State quality team, you cannot do that.
No, you can't.
You cannot do that.
You can't.
Okay?
And that's my concern,
what does that mean?
I guess.
I'm interested.
Well,
what does that mean?
I'll go back to the same thing.
Jimmy, put the coach's hat on.
They probably won't, because they're not likely to be up by 100 points
that is
at
correct.
halftime against the Nickels.
But it's execution. It's not so much it's just it's execution. That's what I'm referring to.
I know, but I mean,
when all of a sudden you see that little dip in complacency, and all of a sudden the blocks aren't holding, and the running backs don't bust through tackles. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
All right.
I guess the urgency tends to not be there, like what Scooter said earlier. The urgency of playing Miami was there as the opener.
Yeah.
And
McNeese played Miami in their opener?
No, I was talking about LSU. The urgency
no,
of
we're
that.
talking about. We're not talking about your alma mater now.
But I'm talking about the
McNeese.
urgency of sometimes how a game can make you play more intense versus not such a big game.
Yeah.
And if that makes a difference or not.
I'm fully aware of that.
But the execution of what you've got to do as a squad should not be taken away.
I'm fully aware of that.
I'm not putting much in the Houston Baptist game. I'm still trying to figure out why Houston Baptist is in the Southern Conference. But this is a big game. Nickel State right now is carrying that Southland banner.
Yes, they are.
I mean, when's the last time a Southland team beat a Power 5 team? Now, I know Kansas, using the term Power 5 pretty loosely.
I know that.
Yeah.
Look,
probably the worst Power 5 team in the country.
They lose by small margin to Tulane. Okay, so a road game, but Tulane is Tulane. Okay.
Yeah. Tulane's not bad.
No, all right. I don't know anything about Tulane. You know, wish them well.
I don't think Tulane's a football school anymore.
Come on. Where's my napkin?
They're better, Kevin.
I don't think Tulane's a football school anymore.
I nailed you already with the
I got a suggestion for McNeese fans.
When I was there, Rick, they wasn't a
Here
football.
we go.
Everybody in the McNeese administration is going to cringe when I say this.
Go ahead.
Did you see the great picture from the Nichols Kansas game?
No.
Must have been toward the end. A distraught young fan, looked like probably a student.
For Kansas?
Yeah, for Kansas. Had his head down on the front row railing, and the sign he was holding kind of sideways.
The little kid, you mean?
Yeah.
No, it looked like a college student.
Okay.
And the sign says, "It's just Nickel State."
Oh, well.
Well, Nichols ran with that. They started printing up T-shirts.
Really?
It's just Nickel State. Well, I think McNeese ought to make some up.
That's good.
It's just Nickel State. Or it's just McNeese State.
This was a conference game for the Cowboys. They needed to win it, and they did. Okay, so they took care of business, all right? Now it's Nickel State. 3rd straight road game for the Colonels. 3rd straight. That's kind of tough. But there's where that will comes in, all right?
Well, New Orleans was 30 miles.
Look.
Still a road game.
Look.
Still a road game.
Just not being at home, Scooter. So you got to count that as not a home game.
Senior quarterback leadership, you know, right there with James Tavery. Chase Fourcade, quarterback. I mean, I call him the double D attack here. Jean-Pierre Damien and a kid named Dixon. I mean, returning receivers for that offense. Last year, second-rated offense in rushing with over 200 yards average. And I'm getting to my point. third-rated in overall defensive scoring, third-rated, and overall against yards against run. And pretty much everybody back. They lost 3 starters. They lost 6 starters, okay? So think about what Nicholls State had last year.
Look.
Okay.
And they beat Kansas. This is how good this program is.
and
So
I'm
the
gonna
Cowboys
tell
really need to be ready.
I think they are. I think right now they've been more impressive than any Southland team.
Yeah.
But let's not forget, we talked about Auburn has some payback for LSU.
Yes, you're right.
Well, McNeese has some payback for Nicholls.
I'm with you.
I mean, that game cost them the playoffs.
It did.
Let's face it.
It did.
And it was the season opener.
Yes, season
and,
opener.
one of a couple over the last couple of years, McNeese has lost basically on the last play, the last minute of the game.
But
McNeese, to my way of thinking, dominated that game. Kept messing up in the red zone.
Yeah, and let them back. Slowly they came back. Look, Lance Guidry and his coaching staff.
But you came away from that game thinking McNeese is so much better than Nicholls. And they lost the game.
And they lost the game. They lost the game.
We said that, but the thing is this.
Now, Nicholls turned out to be pretty good.
But Nicholls kept winning, as did the Cowboys.
But what Nicholls is doing, Rick, we said that last year, there's no way that McNeese should lose to Nicholls. But let me tell you what they have, Rick, and watching some of the games, Rick, they are efficient on third down. Look at their third down stats. Rick, they're going to get you on third down. They are going to get you.
And where does it come from?
The thing is this.
It comes from the quarterback.
Yes, it does.
The
efficiency of him and his receivers are dang good.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, Rick, if you can have a 70%, 69.8% completion on third down, you're not going to lose many games, Scooter.
Just John Pierre.
You're not.
Okay, and look, I'm not doom and glooming for Cowboy defense. This is still one of the best defenses in FCS in the country. But they've got to correct these receivers getting behind the secondary.
They do, Rick.
Houston
What
Baptist
beat them?
did it.
It did beat them against Nicholls
I
last year.
know that. And John Pierre, this guy,
he's the guy that can hurt you.
He's the guy that can hurt you. And he will burn them. And Guidry and the secondary coaches and Bronson and those guys, they've got. And look, we all know that you guys talked to Lance before the show. He loves man-to-man.
Yeah.
He loves pressure.
Yeah.
And he puts pressure on his cornerbacks because he wants pressure on the line. And they're out there on an island.
A guy like Pierre, if you pressure him, you better make sure that you got your receivers covering up to 1,003. You better.
All right, so look, if there's a concern, it's the Cowboys secondary. And they chunk
I wouldn't say secondary. Now, come on now. I wouldn't say secondary.
It's
now,
everybody when I say.
But Rick, when you say the secondary, are you getting enough pressure up front? Don't just blame my guys in the secondary now, okay? Are you getting enough pressure up front? Because I can only cover for so long. I'm going to take up for my DBs now. I can only cover for so long, Rick.
It's broken plays and busted coverage.
Okay.
I'm putting it on the secondary. I'm sorry. I'm putting it on the secondary. All right. Look, Tabry, hot game. Going to be playing against his buddy from New Orleans, Chase Fourcade. That's going to be fun to watch. Yeah. That's going to be fun. This game, we're not overhyping it.
Now, I don't know the Southland that well.
This could be the Southland Conference title right here. Depending on Sam
but
State.
These two, and you throw in the guy from Southeastern. Is that the 3 best in the South?
Yes.
I would say
because
Scooter.
Central Arkansas lost their quarterback last year. Sam Houston lost.
I knew they did.
So yeah, all of them, the majority of them have
new
quarterbacks.
Scooter,
So yeah, these are the 3.
Is it something with Southeastern secondary? Getting back on the LSU game,
no,
they are huge. Where are they getting them from?
FBS.
Where are they getting them?
FBS transfers.
They do have a lot
never
of
seen
transfers.
that many big people in the secondary. They have done that year after year, Rick.
As we go to our pause, another Orgeron, which could be a factor in the game. Parker Orgeron with nearly a 60-yard punt return for a touchdown.
Yeah.
There's your special team play.
You know, second straight week, I noticed McNeese has made the SEC channel highlight show.
Had they really?
It was the punt return this week. Now, last week it was that pick 6 against them, I guess it was. Now, this week it was, of course,
it was good.
They had fun pointing out he was Ed Orgeron's
great punt
son.
return. All right, when we come back, we'll talk some really lousy defense. The New Orleans Saints secondary. Holy smokes.
Why could that only be New Orleans?
Coming back in about 2 to walk on. Stay right there.
Soundoff 60, brought to you by Relief Windows. For replacement windows, doors, and storm-force windows. ReliefWindows.com.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Drew's favorite season? It's seafood lanyap season, only at Walk-Ons.
Every minute is a mile, dear. Check to check, year to year.
For nearly 85 years, Merchants and Farmers Bank has provided dependable personal banking for Central and Southwest Louisiana. I saw your new boat last week, Chuck. Looks like fun. We have 8 convenient locations, checking and savings accounts, online bill pay, mortgage and personal loans, even a new app that allows you to take a picture of your paycheck and deposit it. Can't wait to see your kitchen remodel, Pam. Come in today to open a personal account. Merchants and Farmers, your future begins with our history.
All right, welcome back to the show, boys and girls. Guidry, Hobbs, Cerro here. We got a lot of rounds in the books. We got coming up later on in the show some little high school, roundabout college football. I want to talk Serena Williams and the emotional blow up in New York.
I want to talk about that.
And Kevin.
I want to talk about that too.
Alvarez and Triple G.
Triple G.
It got away from you. It's coming up this Saturday.
Triple
a little bit
G.
later on in the show, if time allows, and we'll make it
I
allow.
hope it does.
Triple G.
And we will.
Triple G.
All right.
It's good to remember that name.
The Saints came up short on points. They came up short on timeouts. And good gosh, they came up short on defensive coverage
came up real
and
short,
sacks, pressure, you name it on defense. It was a total disaster. And I'm not overhyping it.
You are not. Given the Saints' history, I'm sure it's happened before, but I can't remember a defense slicing through that easy. Now, I've seen, in the Drew Brees era, we've seen the Saints do that to a couple of teams. Who was it? Detroit last year, maybe? Several of them over the years.
Yeah.
Kevin. Well, it looked to me like they picked up right where they left off. Every play of the game looked like the last play of the Viking playoff game.
Look.
Every play of the game.
Let me say this. Let me say this. I listened to a lot of the key players.
so many long balls.
I listened to a lot of the key players in the locker room after the game. All right.
Yeah.
And to a man, and rightfully so. Okay. Let's not panic. It's one game, and I'm believing that.
Not going to panic.
This is.
Well,
they're
the
too
history
good.
tells you
They're
that's
too
true.
good. They're too
good.
good.
Gosh, that was just startling.
It was startling, but let me ask you this, Kevin. After about the 4th time Fitzgerald hit somebody deep, and Mike Evans and Deshaun Jackson and this Godwin, good player. Was it a problem in the NFL? We know what it is. It's personnel matchups. It's matchups. It's man on man. Can you match up? It maybe just wasn't. And again, I know it's Tampa Bay. They see him twice a year, but on this Sunday, the matchup just wasn't there.
But Rick,
Lattimore just got beat.
The thing is this.
Crawley just got deep.
You have got to know, at one point in time, Deshaun Jackson was one of the #1 receivers in the league.
You would think. Double team this guy.
Who think he's
Where's
changed
the
that much?
safety? Where is Marcus Williams?
This kid went to. He killed the Saints by himself.
Evans was pretty
Evans was good, but Deshaun.
I think the whole deal.
Look,
let's face it. Within 3 or 4 years, the NFL, we know, is going to ban tackling.
Yeah, it's getting that way, isn't it?
Well, the Saints are just ahead of the curve.
It's going to be pretty soon.
Where's my bell?
It's going to be pretty soon. Look, my thing is,
with you.
They watch film. They know. The Saints did not pick up. They got it in the second half. If Deshaun Jackson is going to go motion across coverage, that means he's trying to get your worst corner on him.
Yeah, yeah.
And the Saints didn't realize that.
And look, Crawley.
The Saints didn't
it could have
realize
been
that.
Crawley. It could have been Robinson. It could have been Lattimore.
Look, man.
They were just
They
getting
couldn't
beat.
cover anybody.
They couldn't cover.
I know one thing. If I'm an opposing coach, from now on, I don't care if it's the Patriots. I'm starting my backup quarterback against
gosh,
the
you
Saints.
crazy, Scooter. You
Look
are
through
crazy.
the years.
I know it.
It's
I know
uncanny.
it. You're right.
It's
I don't know what.
uncanny.
Look, I'm not going to panic. The
Who
Saints,
would have guessed the Saints would miss Ingram 100 times more
Yeah.
than
Oh
the
my
Bucks missed
I don't know. I got to
Jameis
check the
Winston.
wire this week because I don't know if Gillisley is going to make
Oh,
it.
you know he's gone.
He's got to be. I
Yeah.
mean, you just don't fumble like that.
To me,
Yeah.
as bad as the Saints defense played, the Saints offense was fine.
Except, and I saw it coming. Michael Thomas, career game, right?
Yeah.
And when he caught that
Okay.
ball, and I
That
said,
happens.
protect the ball, and
You know
bam,
it.
he
You
got
know
a
it,
fumble.
Rick.
But to
You
me,
know it.
the
Holy smokes.
can't have
that was
something
a
like
killer.
that.
the key play of the game was Gillisley's fumble, though. That
It
put,
was-
you know,
Yeah.
back, forth. They broke serve.
I know that.
You
They
know.
were breaking, but you listen to Drew Brees, and Drew Brees hit it on the head. The the Thomas fumble,
Yeah.
he turned it a 10-point swing. He said, we
It
were
was.
going in
It
for at
was.
least a field
It
goal.
was.
And what happened to
It
Tampa
was.
Bay? They turned that into points. That was a 10-point swing late, and Michael
Yeah.
Thomas doesn't do that.
No.
He just
I
doesn't
mean, he gets
do
a
that.
pass. He gets a pass.
Maybe.
Gillisley, he's gone.
He's probably,
you
he should
you
be
can
gone.
book
He
that.
should, but the running game wasn't there.
It
and
wasn't.
look, Alvin Kamara, you know, they're just going to have to
you know,
use him
as
more.
good
He's
as the Saints' offense was, I was a little concerned that it seemed to be all Kamara and Thomas.
Yeah.
And of course, Breeze.
Yeah.
Kamara.
Ted Ginn had some plays.
Huh?
But
Ted
the
Ginn had
thing
some
is,
Yeah, some.
Ben Watson
But I
had
mean,
some
they
good-
can't rely. I mean, they've got to
Look.
have some other receivers
Yeah,
step
I agree.
up.
I agree.
let me tell you, the difference is when people scout you, they knew that the Saints was not going to put Kamara between the tackles.
They
On
tried a few
plays,
times.
You're exactly right, Rick. And Sean Payton saw like,
Yeah.
this ain't gonna happen. I need this kid for 16 games.
I know that.
So why not Tampa play for that, Rick? I mean, we're making this hard, Rick. It's not brain science. We know that when Kamara gets in, he's going to be on the outside, the tackles, or he's going to be somewhere in the flat. He's not going between the tackles.
You can run Kamara inside.
Yes,
you
you
just
can,
got
but
to
you
have
don't
the
want
right
to,
blocking
Rick.
scheme.
He's not built for that, Rick. That's evil.
Well,
That's
he's
evil.
not.
He's not built for that.
But there was nothing wrong with the Saints' offense.
No, no.
They scored
Other than the
first-
Thomas fumble and other than the Gillisley fumble, you know.
As many sordid facts and factoids and trivia, bad trivia, as there is in that history of that franchise, they never before had scored 40 and lost.
Yeah. And that's and it got away from him
This
to
was a
degree.
game. This was a game. Tampa Bay, Fitzgerald just went nuts. Okay, the running back was solid. The
Balance
look,
is what it was, Rick. They were balanced.
and look, no pressure on
None.
a 35-year-old quarterback. None.
And where was he going to run?
They let him run all
None.
over the place.
Lost containment.
They let him scramble for
I
13
mean,
yards.
can
When
we
they
bring
had
it
a
up?
chance to win a game, they had no business.
No
or
pressure.
at least getting it to
No
overtime.
disruption. Nothing.
I didn't think the Saints would have performed like that, guys.
All right,
I
so they're
didn't.
looking for the Browns coming
I
up
didn't.
Sunday in the Dome. It's a home game. This
Browns,
look,
this is
hey,
not
they
the
come
old
away with
Browns.
a
not trash
historic
either.
tie with 6
Yeah.
turnovers, and you
God,
still
that's kinda
tie
crazy.
Pittsburgh.
The Steelers. I didn't think that. But
Watch
you know
out.
What? To be honest,
We might see
the
Baker
Steelers-
Mayfield.
The Steelers should have put that.
Well, if you can't win with 6 turnovers, when are you going to win?
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. All right,
Yeah.
so the Browns are coming up. Dennis Allen, get the defensive backs in line, get the
He's got
linebacker,
to.
and get
He's
some
gotta get him in
pressure
line,
on Tyrod Taylor, who's ever playing quarterback.
And if
Holy
you're going to want to
smokes.
put your best corner on their best corner, let him man coverage him over the field like Dion would do. Don't let him motion into the coverage
Didn't
and be on your
appear-
worst receipt on your
About-
worst corner.
Did not appear they had a Dion out there.
Yeah. About the only good thing of this week in the South
Okay,
was the
Scooter.
Falcons
All
losing.
right.
Losing to Philadelphia because
Yeah.
they couldn't score in the red zone. I mean, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones can't score in the red zone. So there's your
I
one
think
little
there's some
positive.
tension between them two for whatever reason.
No.
I
All
think
right,
there's a
when
little
we
tension.
come back, we'll talk a little bit more about the SEC and college football, and we'll get into some key NFL games because we got to talk about your boy, Aaron Rodgers, coming back.
Well,
and
we
what-
have to.
What a game that
we
was.
have
All right,
to.
we're coming back in about
Oh,
2
we
minutes
have
to
to.
walk on. Stay right there. We're coming back.
Quality
But Relief Windows is going to get quality. We're going to make sure that the job is actually ordered correctly. Experienced measure tech, experienced salesman, experienced installer. Service. Customer satisfaction, that's our #1 product. At Relief Windows, you're gonna get somebody gonna show up on time, do what they say they're gonna do. Nobody's gonna run with your money. We're gonna take care of you. At Relief Windows, we're not only windows, we're windows, doors, hardy plank, and vinyl siding. But our #1 product is customer satisfaction.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Drew's favorite season? It's seafood lanyap season, only at Walk-Ons.
Every minute is a mile, dear. Check to check, year to year.
In the Lake Charles and Baton Rouge areas, AdSource Outdoor is a great way to get your business noticed. Call us at 337-477-4470. Get spotted with AdSource.
For nearly 85 years, Merchants and Farmers Bank has provided dependable personal banking for Central and Southwest Louisiana. I saw your new boat last week, Chuck. Looks like fun. We have 8 convenient locations: checking and savings accounts, online bill pay, mortgage and personal loans, even a new app that allows you to take a picture of your paycheck and deposit it. Can't wait to see your kitchen remodel, Pam. Come in today to open a personal account. Merchants and Farmers, your future begins with our history.
All right, welcome back to Walk-Ons, where everybody needs a little playing time.
Everybody.
Speaking of playing time, Lake Charles's Trey Quinn got some playing time for the Washington Redskins at Arizona when a Redskins receiver went down. Unfortunately for Trey, he went down in the third quarter with a twisted ankle, and he didn't return.
Hopefully
so
nothing serious,
no
though.
word yet on the ankle of Trey Quinn. We'll try to get word on
Hopefully
that
nothing
for
serious.
next week's show. Hopefully it wasn't too serious. Speaking of NFL injuries, Aaron Rodgers, Packers quarterback, in a big Sunday night matchup against the Chicago Bears. I mean, it looked pretty bad. The bent leg. I mean,
it did.
I mean, Khalil Mack.
Is
How
that
do you
dude
let a
unreal?
player like that go?
Is he unreal?
He pulled a Willis Reed. Now, I know a lot of our viewers are not old enough to remember the Willis Reed, but we are. I mean, he came out limping in the NBA Finals. I think it was 1968 or 9, and he came back dragging a leg to lead the Knicks to the championship. That's what Rodgers did. 3 touchdowns. Was it in the fourth quarter?
That will.
Fourth quarter?
That will go down with his all-time stunts.
Can
Without any question.
Can I
Go
pat myself
ahead.
on the back? Scooter, Rick, I've been saying this for how long, guys? About Aaron Rodgers?
About 2 weeks.
Seriously.
About 2 weeks.
Okay.
And y'all question me like, Kev, whatever.
When
He's
did
the
I ever?
best- He's the best NFL quarterback.
Let's
If you
say
take away
third-
your man crush on your boy, Brady, you take that away.
Slash Drew Brees, but go ahead.
Slash Drew Brees. You take the Super Bowls away, Aaron Rodgers is the man.
He makes throws that no other quarterback
Rick,
can make,
he
but
not
that
only
doesn't
makes
make him the
throws,
best
Rick,
quarterback.
Not only make throws, Rick.
I don't know how you choose between those three.
Yeah.
I
Aaron
really
Rodgers,
don't.
You pick Aaron
I
Rodgers.
mean, because he did. Can I ask
Aaron
one
Rodgers.
question
Go ahead,
about
make it
that?
quick.
Jesus.
I'll
make it
try.
easy.
All right, I get it. Willis Reed, the whole works. The guy can't walk. They actually pull it off with 2 minutes to spare.
Yes.
They get the ball back.
Yeah.
So all they got to do is take a knee. Why did they send him back
I know.
out there?
Isn't that something?
Couldn't your backup go
I don't
out
know.
there and take a knee?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a good point. Good question.
But
good question. I don't know.
But Rick, I mean,
he's very, very good.
he is.
But he's
I've
not
been
the
saying
best.
it.
But we're splitting hairs.
He's not
All
the
right.
best.
We're
Okay.
splitting
All
hairs.
right.
All right.
He's the best. He's the best.
Hey,
but okay.
I forgot to mention Saints and Browns this Sunday.
Yeah.
Guess who's coming home? Jarvis Landry.
Jarvis Landry, yeah.
And this Josh Gordon,
Yeah.
who's an amazing athlete.
He is.
Receiver
he's
for the
gonna-
Browns.
Good point, Rick.
So again, those
Good point.
guys, please, Dennis Allen, get the cornerbacks ready to go. All right, let's talk some
better.
college. Maybe the best college game over this past weekend was Texas A&M. Jimbo Fisher
Let me tell you
at
something.
home against number 2 Clemson.
tell you
And the
something, boy.
Tiger, boy, give Dabo Sweeney credit.
Yeah, give
Give
Dabo.
him credit. He plays some tough games like a lot of them
But-
do now. And boy, Dabo just wants to press it. He'll take a 2-point win. He'll take a total. He doesn't want to lose.
He will.
But boy,
the
he
thing
wants it
is,
because he knows the dividends down the line.
But the thing is, when you dabble, you don't forget now you're ranked number 2 in the country.
Yes,
now.
you are. Okay.
You're supposed to be good, right?
And they are. They are good.
But let me ask this question: how good is Texas A&M?
They're very good. That quarterback.
They certainly look very good. I mean, that's what I was
and
talking
they got
about
Alabama
earlier.
this weekend?
Now, let me tell you something.
No.
I thought they got Alabama this weekend.
No,
Okay.
Ole Miss has Alabama. I forget who A&M has.
We've got to play A&M.
Yeah, get ready. It's tough.
You got to play Mississippi State.
Yeah.
You got to play Auburn. I think Alabama too, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, the only light touch so far with the way Ole Miss can score. Now, Ole Miss doesn't play a lot of deep.
But you don't know what they
the
can
only
do
light, the only light touch looks like Arkansas right now.
What about Florida losing to Kentucky?
Yeah.
What about
Kentucky?
Florida State?
Kentucky.
Oh, man.
Florida State got drummed, huh? What?
No, but they came back to win. They came back to beat.
Yeah.
But they did not lead Samford till 4 minutes to play.
4 minutes. I know, but they came back to win.
And now they added a pick 6 after they scored a meaningless.
I'm with you. But Kentucky was the losing streak like 33, 31 straight
It would
games?
have been 32.
They've been pretty
32
bad, Rick.
straight games. Kentucky loses to Florida,
they've
but they
been
beat the
pretty
Gators. So maybe the Gators are the weak link in the overall
No, I'm
SEC.
talking
I
about
don't
the
know.
West.
Yeah, I'm talking. I know you're talking about the West. All right.
Just to go back to Jimbo, guys, this is his first year.
Yeah.
Look how A&M's playing. This is his first
I know.
year.
Well, and look, what does that kind of tell? Look, it starts at quarterback. I'm
I
sorry.
know what you're gonna
but
say.
What does that tell you
I know
about
what you're
Kevin
gonna say.
Sumlin? What does that tell you about Kevin Sumlin and the status of that program and the way it was? Very dysfunctional with their quarterbacks. And Jimbo Fisher is an offensive coordinator.
A&M always got quarterbacks.
They did.
They did.
That wasn't the problem. They
But
were
they couldn't
too
hold them.
soft. They
Couldn't
were
hold
too
them.
soft. And how is Sumlin doing at Arizona? Not real well.
I don't know.
Well, Arizona's
No, he
good.
isn't.
Come on now. Arizona.
I always
All right.
thought he was arrogant.
Yeah, Arizona's not really that
SEC,
good.
we're just trying to keep tabs. Georgia flexes its muscle. All
As
right.
always.
Kentucky winning. Again, that's on the other side. I know that. And now with A&M, and I'm big on Clemson, I don't think there's much difference. Even after this A&M game, you might laugh at me. I don't think there's much difference between Alabama and Clemson. In the long run, I don't think there's going to be much difference. I think that's how good Clemson
I know
is,
it's
in my opinion.
easy. It's easy to overreact, but particularly since Alabama really hasn't played anybody.
Right.
But this looks like as good a Alabama team as he's had.
Maybe because
not
of the offense.
Maybe not quite as totally dominant defensively
Right.
as some of the others.
Right.
But man, they can do
But
a
you
lot
know
more
what?
offensively.
A lot of football to come.
Scooter made a good point, but you know what Alabama does? They raise their playing level to the competition.
Yes, they do.
God, imagine if they.
Yes, they do. All right, we're up against the clock. The girls of walk-ons, they're coming up. Catch it, Breeze. There you go. All right. That's an Aaron Rodgers throw. You should have caught that.
Aaron Rodgers is the best.
The girls
quarterback
of walk-ons and
in the league.
goodies are coming up next. Stay right there.
Every minute is a mile, dear. Check to check, year to year.
Enjoy a more reliable, responsible, intelligent, and connected indoor environment that easily adjusts to your preferences, no matter where you are. Uncompromising, unmistakable. Luxair. Get connected with a Luxair dealer near you by visiting luxair.com/solar supply.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana. Handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Drew's favorite season? It's seafood lanyap season. Only at Walk-Ons.
On or off the field, training and experience matter. As a board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeon, Dr. Brett Cassio has the training and experience to help you get back in the game. Award-winning research, the latest orthopedic techniques, right here at home. Cassio Sports Medicine.
All right, welcome back to Walk-Ons. It's time for the girls of Walk-Ons.
My favorite part of the show.
And we have the Killer Bees with us. You like that? I just thought of
I like that. I
Brianna
with that.
and Brittany.
I like
you
that.
guys got to, when y'all come back, you got to be a team now because you guys are the Killer Bees, right?
For sure.
Definitely.
Brianna, with this Zydeco salad, tell us what it's about. As Steve gets a close-up, it's a salad that will knock you out.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, well, this is our Zydeco salad. It has maple cane vinaigrette. It's usually mixed in, but it's on the side. Jalapenos. The shrimp is tossed in pepper jelly shrimp. It has confetti, which is bell peppers, and then it has the cheese on the side, which is Monterey Jack, pecans, and then the tortilla strips on top.
Okay, so wait, I got Steve. Did you get that? Because it's so heavy. Brianna had to do the clean and jerk. You saw that? She took the salad and she brought it to here for the clean and jerk.
Wow.
So she didn't want to do a dumbbell curl, so she brought it up to the
that-
clean and jerk position. All
I
right.
was just making sure I got it.
It's that heavy,
She's
too.
strong. All right,
It's that
Brittany
heavy.
with probably equally as heavy, but equally as good.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. That's the famous bread pudding.
Yes, sir. It's our Krispy Kreme bread pudding made with real Krispy Kreme donuts.
Yes, it is. Yes,
What is
it
that? Is that what is that? What is that? Whipped cream? Ice cream?
Yeah.
Like
I would just love to put some ice cream on top of that. Just get it real warm and just put some ice cream on top of it. And just let it slide down the side.
You're right about that. All
That
right,
would just
Killer
make my
Bees
day.
with us with the Walk-Ons goodies.
Yes.
Brianna and Brittany, you can come and ask for them. They're here most of the time. Thank you,
Always.
ladies. Appreciate
Great
it.
job,
Good eats
ladies.
always here at Walk-Ons.
Great
We'll
job.
see you next time. The Killer Bees. Speaking of killer, we got some great killer matchups in high school football coming up this week. Let me throw this out. Barb 2-0 is going to be hosting
Barb's
St. Louis.
looking good now.
They are looking good.
They are
At
looking
Riverside, okay, they played Riverside last week. 0-2 St. Louis. Sulphur 1-1 is going to be on the road up in Shreveport playing Bird. And Sam Houston off to a good start. 2-0 is going to be on the road at Iowa. LaGrange 0-2 at Faraday.
LaGrange
Bill
playing a
Platt at
killer
Washington
schedule.
Marion.
LaGrange do have a
Washington
tough
Marion is also 0-2. And a good matchup, I think, Leesville at Westlake. And Covenant Christian at Hamilton Christian also coming up in high school football. A little early. We're going to see where the district races, and they're going to be coming soon. Probably not this week, but next.
Next
we're
week
going to get
for
into. We're going to get
Hey,
into.
I want to bring up something.
Yeah.
Local guy, good friend of this show, been on several times, and I had no idea. But if you go, not watch, if you go to an LSU game, I've always said that post-game radio show, after they've done all the stats and the coaches' interviews for years, and I hear a lot of these traveling around, you know, different schools. And LSU's always had. Well, Charles Hannegriff is always been the constant. Over the years, his co-host has been Alan Risher, Gordy Rush.
I've heard them.
Todd McClure. Really, there's always. I had no idea. I believe in the LSU game Saturday. Our old friend Justin Vincent.
Yes.
You know, from Barb, the MVP of the 03 BCS game, is the co-host now, and he was funny.
Really?
Justin has a neck
Big
for that.
J.
He
Big
does.
J.
And I only heard about time I got to my car, there was only 30, 45 minutes left in the show. It's a long show. You listen to it later. But you know what he said about, you know, the deal with Burrow not sliding?
Yeah.
I guess it was Charles said something about one of the players said, well, muscle memory takes over. You know, you can't make yourself slide. Justin said, he better forget that muscle memory or he's going to be dealing with muscle relaxers.
I like that.
That's a good one.
But he was really good.
We'll try to
Might
get
have a future in TV.
Justin Vincent comes back home to Lake Charles. We'll try to get him on.
we got to
the
get
show.
him
No
on.
doubt,
He's
no doubt
on,
about
man.
that.
We have to.
Couple of final notes
That's
here, guys. Look, just the magnitude of who she is. Serena Williams in the Women's U.S. Open final had an emotional meltdown, and I'll use that phrase.
I wouldn't
She
say
got
an
on.
emotional meltdown. I think she was pissed.
She was very, very angry. Everybody has probably seen it or heard about it. Here's my take on it for a guy who played a lot of tennis.
And
All
you
right,
do,
not
Rick.
like that,
And you
but
do.
if I-
Yeah,
look,
and you do.
he was wrong right from the start to assume that she was getting coaching from her coach in the stands.
But can I ask you,
You
what
give
is that
the
about?
benefit
You
of the
can't-
doubt
Did she
to
really
a champion.
deny it, though?
Did what?
Did they deny?
He admitted
The
to
coach
it.
admitted. The coach
He
admitted that
admitted
he
to
was
it.
doing some coaching.
So what's
but was
the problem?
No, but
Yeah.
was Serena looking, and were there actual, hand signals?
So you can't do that.
And
Rick.
how
Educate
can
me.
how can the
No,
chair?
you
How
can't.
can
I
the
didn't know
chair?
that either.
How can the chair know that he's getting coaching when he should be focused?
Looking at the men. That's
Again,
a good point,
The
Rick.
coach is behind him.
That's a good point.
So how does he know? So right from the start, the chair
Well, wait a
umpire
minute.
was wrong.
All the uproar. So we're saying the rules don't apply?
No,
to
I didn't say
Serena?
that. The rule.
See, I mean,
it's like
because,
baseball.
I mean, the two sports,
No.
golf and tennis, there's no gray
This
area
is
in golf.
just like
It's black and
this
white.
is just
you
like
break
the
the rule,
NBA. Listen to me,
two-side
Hobbs.
penalty.
Listen to me. This is just like in the NBA Finals. This is just like maybe when it's seconds in a football game. You just don't make certain calls, and you
That
just
cost her the
don't
match.
make that call
cost her the
in
match.
the U.S. Open Women's
No,
Final.
it
You
didn't.
just
It
don't.
didn't cost
And then when she called him
Yeah.
a thief,
He took another point. He
you
took a
turn
point
your head.
away
No,
from
he
her.
took the game because that was a third
That was
infraction.
my point, Scooter.
You just
That's
kind of
the
you
game.
suck it up like an umpire should suck it up and turn
I
his
agree,
head.
Rick. I'm with you all the way, Rick. And
He
I don't
was
watch
wrong.
much tennis either, but I'm
He
with
was
you.
right
I
in the
agree.
letter of the rules of tennis, but he was wrong when he inserted
How he
himself in the
applied it.
magnitude of the
I guess
match.
I'm used to watching
Simple as that.
golf.
I agree with you, Rick.
I'm used to watching golf where if a ball accidentally moves
Yes.
1/100th of a millimeter,
Yes.
you're going to get hit with
Yeah,
a shot
you are.
penalty.
You're right.
If you're Tiger Woods or the low man on the
Yeah.
totem
You're
pole,
right.
it doesn't
You're right.
matter.
But golf is different.
But
golf
the
is
rules
different.
don't apply
You're
to the
misconstruing
stars
my
in tennis.
statement.
But the
Okay.
point,
You're
Rick,
missing the
that
point.
you made is a good one, and I don't watch much tennis, but I do watch her and her and her sister play.
It's
But
Serena
if
Williams.
if you're watching the match,
It's Serena
how
Williams.
can you know she's being coached from behind?
You turn your head if she says, look, men and women, they have berated umpires worse than that.
They have.
You just don't take
Well,
a
yeah,
game
that
away.
is true.
They
Not
have.
in the
I
U.S.
agree.
Open. Not in the U.S. Open
I'm with you on
finals,
that, Rick.
gentlemen. All right,
I'm with you on that, Rick.
we're back. Rematch, Kevin.
I'm with you on that. Yeah.
Alvarez and Triple
Triple
G,
G.
Las Vegas.
Put your money
Y'all
on
better
Triple
hurry.
G. Put your money on Triple G. I'm telling you, he's gonna knock him
I
out.
think it's Alvarez.
Man,
Triple G. I'm
First
glad we
fight
feel that
was
way,
a
Rick.
draw.
Triple G.
Y'all are speaking
Thanks
in
again.
Twitter.
Great
Who
show
is
from
Triple
Walk-Ons,
G?
everybody. We'll do it again next time. Enjoy the games.
Soundoff 60 airs on Suddenlink Cable Channel 4 Monday through Sunday nights at 9 and again Saturday and Sunday mornings at 10. Soundoff 60 also airs throughout Southwest Louisiana on Vive Broadband Channel 6 at 9 p.m. Check your local listings. Post your questions and comments for the guys and access our website and our great advertising partners at soundoff60tv.com.